You are on the bridge of the warship Vigilance. Your post is on Frontline at Epsilon Gateway. The view screen shows the usual, a swirling ribbon of cosmic dust. It is beautiful in a lonely sort of way. For months, this has been your life. You watch the shimmering curtain of the gateway. It separates known space from the great unknown. Nothing has ever come through. Nothing is expected to come through. Your shift is almost over. You can already taste the recycled synth coffee. Then a soft chime echoes across the bridge. It is the long-range sensor array. A single persistent pulse emanates from the gateway. It is not a natural phenomenon. The signal is structured, artificial. It beats like a slow, deliberate heart. The captain turns to you, her expression unreadable. Your orders are simple and clear. You must discover the source of this signal. Your ship, the Vigilance, edges forward. You move toward the shimmering veil of the Epsilon anomaly. The bridge is quiet. Every officer holds their breath. This is new territory for everyone. You always thought first contact would be a bit more bombastic, maybe with a parade. This feels more like approaching a sleeping giant. You are not sure if you want to wake it up. The signal grows stronger as you approach. It resonates through the ship's hull. You feel it in your teeth, a low, steady hum. The gateway itself seems to react. Its colors shift from placid blues to angry reds. The anomaly is unstable. Every tactical display on the bridge flashes a warning. Standard procedure says to pull back. But the signal, it calls to you. It promises answers to questions humanity has asked for centuries. So you push onward into the unknown. Your ship hangs at the edge of the gateway's influence. The pulsing signal is now a deafening roar in your sensors. The fabric of space-time ahead of you begins to warp. It twists like silk in a storm. The light bends in impossible ways. Then, silence. The signal stops. The gateway returns to its calm, shimmering state. The bridge crew lets out a collective sigh. Maybe it was just a glitch, a star science hiccup. But you know better. The silence is more terrifying than the noise. Something is coming. The sensor chief confirms your fear. A massive object is decloaking. It is emerging from the gateway itself. It is not a glitch. It is a visitor. A very, very large visitor. The ship that slides from the shimmering void is impossible. It does not seem to be built, but grown. Its hull is a seamless expanse of obsidian material. It reflects the starlight with a deep, liquid quality. There are no visible engines, no weapon ports, no windows. It is a monument to a technology far beyond your own. It makes your mighty warship feel like a child's toy. A very well-armed child's toy, you admit. But a toy nonetheless. It is immense. Its length dwarfs any vessel in the human fleet. The ship just hangs there in the black. It is utterly silent. It does not answer your hails. It does not power up weapons. It simply exists, a silent testament to its own power. The tension on your bridge is thick enough to cut. Every eye is fixed on the main view screen. Every mind is racing with the same questions. Who are they? What do they want? Then, the surface of the alien vessel begins to glow. Lines of pure white light race across its dark hull. They form intricate geometric patterns. They spiral and bloom like flowers of light. It is mesmerizingly beautiful. It is also deeply unsettling. This is not a random display. This is deliberate. This is a message. Your communications officer tries to find a pattern. She tries to find a language in the shifting light. But it is unlike anything she has ever seen. The light is not a greeting. The patterns are too sharp, too urgent. The flashes come in rapid, frantic bursts. They speak of panic. They speak of danger. This is a warning, a dire warning, broadcast across the silent void. The alien ship continues its silent broadcast. The patterns of light grow more complex. They flicker with a desperate intensity. You realize you are watching a story unfold, a story told in a language of pure light. Your team records every pulse, every flash. The data streams into your ship's computer core. The task of translation seems impossible. The structure is alien. The logic is from another universe. Your decryption team works with a frantic energy. They are the best in the fleet. They have broken codes that were thought unbreakable. But this is different. This is not a code. It is a form of star science made manifest. You stand behind them, watching the alien symbols scroll across their screens. Hours turn into a day. Then 2. The crew is exhausted, but no one suggests giving up. Then a breakthrough. A young analyst, her eyes wide with discovery, finds a key. It is a mathematical constant, a universal truth that connects their language to yours. The Rosetta Stone of this new era. The computer begins to translate. It pieces together the message, one block of light at a time. The first few words appear on the screen. They are not words of peace. They are not words of welcome. The words are a chilling premonition. They are returning. The darkness comes. The destroyers wake. The bridge falls silent again. The triumph of translation is replaced by a cold dread. The beautiful light show was not a warning. It was a scream. A scream from a civilization that has faced an unspeakable horror. And now, that horror is coming for you. The translation flows faster now. The story of the silent visitors becomes clear. They are a race of archivists. They are historians who have watched the galaxy for eons. They have seen empires rise and fall. They have witnessed wonders you cannot even imagine. And they have seen the scourge. They call them the Elder Ones, an ancient evil that awakens every 50,000 years. The message describes these Elder Ones. They are not conquerors. They do not seek territory or resources. They are a galactic plague, a force of pure entropy. They arrive from the deep dark between galaxies. They consume everything: stars, planets, entire civilizations. They leave nothing behind but cold, dead space. The archivists have fled them for millennia. They have watched countless species be extinguished. They have tracked the destroyer's path. And now, that path leads directly here, to the Epsilon gateway, to your home. The Elder Ones are returning. The message ends with a simple, terrifying plea. We cannot stop them. We can only warn you. Prepare your world. The shield of the galaxy has fallen. You look at the silent ship on your view screen. It is not a visitor. It is a refugee, the last survivor of a forgotten war. There is no debate. There is no hesitation. The captain orders the message sent. It is broadcast on all high command frequencies. A single encrypted burst containing the entire alien transmission. The translated text, the raw data, everything. You send it off into the void. You hope someone is listening. You hope they believe you. For a moment, there is only the hum of your ship's life support. Then the response comes. It is not a single voice. It is a chorus. A fleet-wide alert blares from your comms panel. The clarion call. It is the highest level of mobilization. An order reserved for threats against humanity's very existence. Every ship, from the smallest scout to the largest dreadnought, is recalled. Every fleet is ordered to converge on your position. The Epsilon Gateway is now the most important place in the universe. The calm of deep space is shattered. Within hours, the first ships begin to arrive. They tear through space-time, their engines blazing. They are warships from every corner of human space. Cruisers and destroyers, carriers and battleships, they fall into formation around your small vessel, a shield of steel and fire. You have never seen anything like it. You watch from the bridge as the fleet assembles. It is a tide of human defiance. Hundreds of ships become thousands. Each one is a promise that humanity will not fall quietly. The view screen is a sea of navigation lights. It is a city of warships appearing in the void. You see the names on their hulls: the Indomitable, the Stalwart, the Hammer of Saul. Legends of the fleet, all gathered here. This is humanity's stand, the last line of defense against total annihilation. The archivist's ship remains silent. It watches as this young, loud species prepares for war. You wonder what they are thinking. Do they see hope in this display of force? Or do they see the same tragic pride that led so many other races to their doom? You do not know. But as you look at the assembled fleet, you feel a surge of your own pride. This may be your end, but you will face it together. A private channel opens. It is a direct link to the archivist vessel. A new message appears on your screen, not in light, but in your own language. It says, "Your courage is notable, but it is not enough. The elder ones are beyond your comprehension. We can help. We will offer you our technology. It is your only chance to survive." The offer hangs in the air. A gift from a dying race. High Command convenes an emergency session. The debate is fierce. Can you trust them? Can you integrate their technology in time? Some commanders argue it is a trick, a Trojan horse. Others argue it is your only hope, a desperate gamble. Your captain is asked for her recommendation. She looks at the archivist ship. She looks at the fleet. Then she looks at you. She sends her reply. We accept. The decision is made. The archivist ship opens. A single shuttle detaches from its seamless hull. It carries the knowledge of 1,000 worlds. It carries blueprints for weapons of hope. It flies toward your ship. This is the beginning of a fragile alliance, an alliance born of shared desperation. You are about to arm your ship with miracles. You just hope you learn how to use them in time. The archivist shuttle docks with your ship. Their technology is not a set of instructions. It is a living data stream. It flows directly into your ship's manufacturing systems. The ship's internal fabricators roar to life. They begin constructing devices that defy human engineering. They are weapons, but not as you know them. They are conduits of immense energy. They look more like sculptures than cannons. Your engineering teams work around the clock. They are guided by the archivist data. They replace your standard plasma cannons. They install the new energy systems. The process is chaotic. It is rushed, but it is working. You watch as they mount the new weapons onto your ship's hull. They are strange, elegant things. They hum with a power that feels ancient and dangerous. These untested systems are your best hope. They must turn the tide against the coming storm. The archivists call them void lances. They say these weapons do not just fire energy. They tear small holes in reality itself. They send slivers of the void toward their target. The concept makes your head hurt. It sounds less like a weapon and more like a way to accidentally delete a star system. But you have no other choice. You have to trust the ghosts in the machine. The retrofitting is completed just in time. A new alarm shrieks through the ship. The Epsilon gateway is flaring again. This time, it is not a signal. It is a tear, a wound in the fabric of space. The gateway glows with a malevolent, sickly green light. The moment has come. They are here. The first wave emerges from the gateway. They are not ships. They are nightmares. Twisted abominations of metal and dark energy. Their forms are chaotic and asymmetrical. They are covered in spikes and blades. They move with a predatory grace. A swarm of silent killers. There are thousands of them. They pour through the gateway like a plague. Their engines burn with the same sick green light. You stare at the view screen in horror. This is the enemy. The Elder Ones, the destroyers of worlds. They are more terrible than the archivist's message described. They do not communicate. They do not display any recognizable tactics. They just advance. A relentless tide of destruction. High Command issues the order. Engage at will. The battle for Epsilon Gateway has begun. The first clash is a storm of light and fire. Human ships charge forward. Plasma bolts and missiles streak across the void. They impact the enemy ships, but the effect is minimal. The enemy hulls seem to absorb the energy. They repair themselves almost instantly. Their return fire is devastating. Beams of dark energy slice through human cruisers. They disable them with terrifying efficiency. The battle at the brink is brutal. You watch as ships you just saw arrive are torn apart. The comms channels are a cacophony of desperate cries and static. The human fleet is holding, but just barely. Then your captain gives the order. Fire the void lances. Your ship, the Vigilance, fires its new weapons. Beams of pure blackness lance out from your ship. They are not light. They are the absence of light. They strike the enemy ships. For a moment, nothing happens. Then the enemy vessels simply unravel. They come apart at the seams. Their twisted metal dissolves into nothing. The void lances are working. They are more effective than you could have imagined. Hope, sharp and bright, cuts through the fear on your bridge. But the enemy numbers are still overwhelming. For every ship you destroy, 2 more take its place. The tide of the battle begins to turn against you. The void lances are powerful, but they are slow to recharge. The enemy swarm is relentless. They are pushing through your lines. They are breaking the human formation. The fleet is taking heavy losses. The initial hope begins to fade. It is replaced by a grim reality. You can't win this. Not like this. You are just delaying the inevitable. Your captain stands on the bridge, her face a mask of concentration. She watches the tactical display. She sees the fleet being pushed back. She sees the enemy advancing. Then she looks at the Epsilon Gateway itself. An idea forms in her eyes. A desperate, brilliant, and terrifying idea. She opens a private channel to the fleet admiral. She outlines her plan. It is a gamble of the highest order. She wants to use the gateway as a weapon. The archivist's message mentioned that the gateway was a delicate, artificial structure. If you could overload it, you could trigger a chain reaction. You could collapse it. The resulting implosion would create a star-born event. It would vaporize anything nearby, including the heart of the enemy fleet. The admiral is silent for a long moment. The cost would be immense. Any ships near the gateway would be lost. Then he gives his authorization. It is your only path to victory. The captain's plan requires a pilot. Someone has to deliver the payload. A specialized warhead designed to destabilize the gateway. They need a small, fast ship. A fighter that can slip through the enemy lines. And they need a volunteer. Before she can even finish asking, your hand is in the air. This is your duty. This is your purpose. You strap yourself into the cockpit of your fighter, the Stardust Drifter. It is a small craft, armed with a warhead. Your flight path is loaded into the navigation computer. It is a direct line to the center of the Epsilon gateway. A one-way trip. You take a deep breath. You think of your family, your home, everything you are fighting to protect. You give the thumbs up to the launch crew. You are ready. Your fighter is launched from the Vigilance. You accelerate into the heart of the battle. Enemy ships swarm around you. Lasers and dark energy beams fill the void. You dodge and weave. Your small ship is an elusive target. The comms are filled with the voices of your fellow pilots. They are clearing a path for you. They are sacrificing themselves to give you a clear shot. You see fighters from your squadron explode. You grit your teeth and push your engines to their limit. You fly directly toward the enemy armada, toward the glowing green maw of the gateway. You are through the main enemy line. The gateway looms ahead of you. It is a terrifying sight, a vortex of unstable energy. You arm the warhead. Your target is the central regulator, a point of impossible energy density. You have one shot. You make your final approach. The enemy senses your intent. Several of their ships break off and pursue you. They are closing fast. You ignore them. Your focus is on the target. The targeting computer locks on. You have a solution. You press the launch button. The warhead detaches from your ship. It streaks toward the heart of the gateway. Your mission is complete. You have done your duty. You close your eyes, ready for the end. But then your comms crackle. It is your captain's voice. "Get out of there, pilot. That's an order." Your instincts take over. You bank your fighter hard. You push the engines past their safety limits. You fly away from the gateway as fast as you can. Behind you, the gateway implodes. It does not make a sound. There is just a blinding, all-consuming flash of white light. A silent, star-born fury that expands outward. It vaporizes the pursuing enemy ships. It engulfs the heart of the enemy fleet. Thousands of the twisted vessels are erased from existence in an instant. The shockwave hits your small fighter. It tosses you through space like a leaf in a hurricane. Your systems scream and then go dark. You drift in the silence. Your fighter is dead. But you are alive. You look out of your cockpit. Where the gateway once was, there is now a beautiful, expanding nebula. The colors are breathtaking. The battle is over. The first wave of the Elder Ones has been defeated. The cost was high. Hundreds of ships were lost. Thousands of lives were given. But you held the line. Rescue crews find you hours later. You are a hero, the pilot who saved Epsilon. But you know the truth. The battle is won, but the war has just begun. The Elder Ones are still out there in the deep dark. They will return. Humanity has survived its first test. You have proven you are not just another fleeting species. You have become something more. You stand on the bridge of a new ship, the Dawnbreaker. The fleet has been rebuilt. It is stronger than before. You are no longer just defenders of your own space. You are the shield for the younger races of the galaxy. The archivists have shared their knowledge. Alliances have been forged. Humanity stands as the guardians of the new dawn. The long war awaits. But now, you are ready for it. You will face the darkness, and you will not let it win.